day for me. Yeah, yeah.
Alright, hopping back into this E36. If you watched the last video, you know I had some problems with wiring and then my ignition also breaking on the car. Key ignition broke on the car. Had some other problems with my fuel pump switch and stuff like that. Since we're going 1J, we hit a major upgrade. Boom. So I'll probably be wiring this up soon. Also ordered a few more things for the car that haven't came in yet. Some gauges and a few more panels and stuff like that for the interior. Yeah, 1J still coming along. As you saw last time, I painted it. Right now I'm waiting on a new rear main seal. Then I'll put the rear main seal in, and I got my seal maker from Toyota. So I'll do my oil pan, rear main seal, put all that together, flip the motor back over, and then put all the new pulleys and everything like that, and get the motor all pretty looking. So that's to come next. But for now, tonight I'm gonna take out the dash in the E36. Alright, dash is out of the car. Now I'm trying to get this whole entire like steering lock assembly off since I'm not going to be using it no more. To do that, there's like security bolt things right here. I have a Dremel. I'm going to try to grind a slit in them and make them like a flathead and see if I can get this thing out. I'm not even kidding. This bolt was literally like hand tightened on. That was terrifying. Holy crap. Alright, so I completely hate wiring. That's what I'm getting into right now. But as I said in the last one, my ignition broke. So I'm about to do this. We got red, which is 12 volts coming in. We got green, which is run. Purple is accessories. Brown is ground. Black and yellow is starter. Alright, so in the meantime, this is how I wired it up. Red starter coming to the ignition was 12 volts. Coming out of it was a black and yellow wire. That's to the starter. Purple's accessories. Green is run. So accessories and run, I want conjoined at the same time, because once I get the car 12 volts, I want to be able to use my switches, and that way the car is triggered to turn on when I actually hit the ignition. So that's good. That's what this does. As you can hear, now my fan works. Hit switch off, now the fan doesn't work. So it's kind of confusing to look at right now, but this one's my fuel pump, same situation. So black and yellow wire coming off right here is to the starter. So this purple wire has 12 volts once I hit this. Make sure it's on by my fan so I can hear it. Turn my fuel pump on. Fuel pump's on, so then this would just need 12 volts. Car now runs. Now when I hit full 12 volts off, car's off. So like that, I just wired up my car without my ignition because my ignition broke. And yeah, I'm not gonna put my switch panel I got in yet because I'm gonna do that once I do the 1J, and that's gonna have a whole fuse box and la 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 la. So I don't want to hook all that up right now, but I'm stoked that I just figured this out. So alright, I'm about to go down a dark road and do something you should never do. But I'm about to start taking parts off this bug to put on my BMW. And that's a road you never want to go down with project cars, because it's always hard to go back and buy the parts. I'm going to take the starter out of the bug, the starter switch, put it into the E36. There we go, boys. Alright, so finding out how I needed this piece and I can't get rid of it, I kind of screwed it up by cutting the bolts the way I did. This bolt's stuck in there pretty much. I tried a bunch of ways. I've tried notching it. It's a security bolt, so usually it's flat on top. I tried building my own like flathead to it, didn't work. So what I'm gonna do now is weld this bolt to it, unscrew it, put this bolt in, turn this, flip it, put it back around, bolt it down, weld that on, bada bada bing, bada boom, and put this back in the car. I did order a new one of these bushings because, as you can see, this one's out. So, but I'll put that on a different time. But now I'll be able to make this removable at least, so that's a good thing. Now I'm gonna weld that piece on, and then I'm gonna put a washer on this one, pinch it down. It should be just fine. It's kind of like an enclosed area anyway. So that piece is like 250 bucks right here. A new one of these is like $250. So I don't think I buy a new one. It should be just fine how I'm gonna fix it. So yeah, that means the car will technically be drivable today, which is actually insane. So that might happen too.
Every which way, today your birthday, that don't faze me.
So I got it all mounted now, and this thing doesn't move at all. This thing's solid, and that was the problem. This plate like pushes down on the steering column, at the same time it pulls this up and pushes on this to center, your steering column. Now this black thing is what's worn out on mine. It's the bearing. See that play? So I'm gonna have all the play in the wheel from that right there. I already ordered that right here, this bearing. So once that comes in, I'll take all this off. Now that this is removable, should be no problem. So yeah, I ordered that like 3 days ago. It never shipped, and I was gonna wait until it came in to put this back together, but I was like, oh, it's gonna take forever. So I'm gonna throw it together right now. That way I can drive the car. Yeah. Boys, no need for a parking brake on the driveway. We just ram into the ground, hold it nice and straight. And better news, I think the car's ready right now, so I'm gonna tighten the steering wheel on. Also, the steering wheel's never been straight on the car since I put it together. I just been too lazy to take the hub off and do all that. And I think I just got it straight without even like trying. Like I just put the hub on and was like, I'm just gonna see how close I get, and I just got it straight, I'm pretty sure. We did it, boys. Right, so it's back wired up. Now I still have a sticky starter. I don't know if you can hear that. Like the starter sticks. It's weird. But yeah, diff's fixed, wiring's fixed. So my steering wheel was off. I was wrong. It's like a whole thing off. So fix that. And then I think it's time to go back drifting, boys. I think it's time. All right, so we got a few more things for the 1J. Got some gauges right here, water temp gauge, and what was this one? Vacuum boost gauge, and rear main seal, and most importantly, right there, baby, 5-speed ZF trans. I'm going BMW trans. I had the R154, decided to go BMW trans, mostly because they're way cheaper to replace. If you go through an R154 trans, yeah, it bolts right up to the 1J, so you don't have to buy the $1,000 adapter or whatever. But if you blow the trans, you're spending about $2,000 to get another trans easily. This ZF right here was $500. The adapter plate, which is $1,000, but I can have that forever and then just go through these $500 trans, which are also swore upon to be super strong and everything like that. Plus, kind of cool to keep at least a BMW trans if it's a BMW car, even though the motor's going Japan. Yeah, so it's not too dirty, but I'm gonna go ahead and put some degreaser on it and power wash her off and just clean her up a little bit, and then probably put that rear main seal in and possibly put my oil pan on today. That way I can flip the motor back over and start putting stuff back on the motor. So That should be everything we do today. A little bit of 1J work. All right, new rear main seal is in. About to put some gasket maker on the inner liner of this, and then bolt it to the back of the motor, and then do the same thing with my oil pan. So yeah.
Are you going in, Chief, or what?
Oh God.
Oh, you look so focused.
Really?
Oh, on the Von Dutch?
Oil pan's about to go back on right now. About to put some sealant on it. Some sealant on this. RJ's still going in, cleaning this one up.
Trying.
Had to.
Had to.
But we're about to do it. Let's torque the upper oil pan, and then we're gonna do the splash guard and the pickup. It's all together, baby. It's almost time.
I know.
Right.
Let's go.